Hi guys, and welcome to another Whisky Geek review with me, Ben. Now today I'm headed back over to Islay, back to Bruichladdich, with this Port Charlotte expression. Now there aren't many distilleries out there that I would consider myself a fanboy of, but Bruichladdich and Port Charlotte I probably am. I've covered quite a few of their whiskies before, but this one in particular has a lot to answer for, about maybe 600 quid's worth of subsequent purchases. This is the 2007 CC01, a Port Charlotte travel exclusive. Now Port Charlotte is the peated version of Bruichladdich whiskey. They do a super heavily peated, the Octomore. They do peated with Port Charlotte, and they do unpeated with Bruichladdich. This is a bottle that I picked up at the distillery when we visited a long time ago, and it was based solely on the packaging alone. It was the first one I gravitated towards in the shop for some reason. I guess I was digging the colours, digging the layout, went over, read the labels, it interested me, asked for a sample, I bought it. So the packaging definitely worked on me. This is the old packaging, the newer style is that oil drum. So Bruichladdich and Port Charlotte are great at divulging a wealth of information right here on the packaging, geeky information. Great things like it's unchill filtered, colouring free, that's what we like to see. It's batch strength, 57.8% alcohol by volume, 8 aged years, heavily peated Islay Coastal single malt, full term matured in casks of finest French oak that previously held one of the greatest French eau de vie from the Western Cognac region. So aged 8 years, full term, in ex-wine casks. Now taking a look at this wonderfully oily, naturally coloured spirit, we've got it down as a shade 10 or Amontillado. So let's explore that nose. It's thick and rich. Wonderful waves of smoke, but it's kind of a sweet, singed, puddingy smoke. Now it's opening with this wonderful floral touch of vanilla and lime, quite drying. But there's this wave of thick, rich, woody smoke, which is evolving really nicely, like it's laced with some sweet caramel syrup, creme brulee almost, but like extra singed, extra burnt. There's a floral kind of pollen-esque quality to the spirit. But given its 57.8% ABV, I think it was, it's not anywhere near as sharp or as prickly as you'd expect. Let's give it a try on the palate. That is dense, rich, oily, stacks of flavour on the palate. There's a real developing heat and prickle to it, much more what you'd expect for this strength. There's caramel flavours, but like extra burnt caramel, and some citrus in there. But then it's given away to a load of umami flavours, a load of savoury tones. There's a dense whole grain flavour to it, and then meats, charred meats, and an underlying smokiness, kind of like you're stood downwind of a big thick fire. Right at the peak of that palate, dancing on the prickle, is this sea spray salinity, and as it transitions into the finish, all of those savoury tones, the umami, the meats, honey glazed ham, they're what's carrying through most prominent, all backed up by this thick rounded peat, ashy, smoky flavours. There's a dry wood is ever eminent, and it's a little touch resinous, but authentic right through to the end. Now I have tried this one with water, adding touches of water, and it does soften it. It's not quite to my preference, but it does soften it quite nicely. You still get plenty of that smoke, but rather than it being kind of hot and having this prickle, it mellows reasonably well. I am quite a fan of this one. I've given it a rating of 88%, a high score for me. On the back of this I've bought the MC, the MRC, the OLC, all kinds of different wine and European oak expressions from Port Charlotte. This really opened my eyes to how well the Port Charlotte spirit picks up flavours from European oak and the layers of flavour that you get from wine casks when you present a whiskey in this way, when you let it be authentic and let it be what it is. I've had a lot of great responses sharing this whiskey. It's just altogether, it's really good fun to explore. It's a really nice, slightly aggressive, but that adds to the fun, peated whiskey. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little whiskey review. If you have, please do feed the algorithm, like, comment and subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does help the channel, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Cheers.